Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we got 'em. Like that black and orange on bottle, single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know them. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody?
What's up?
It's Monday. It's the day before the franchise tag can be used. The NFL season is officially about to kick off, and big old rumors today is that T. Higgins is going to get tagged. Duh. Anyway, Bengals and Brews. We're here. Dale's having difficulties. Apparently, there was a little bit more fluids at his house than there should have been, and it has invaded his garage, a.k.a. the Dale Altman studio. So I'm not sure if he's going to hop on here later, but I'm sure he's dealing with a big mess there. What's up to everybody in the Brew Crew, man? Got a lot of people in here already, Greg.
Yeah.
Let's
Matt,
see, Stranger,
Matt,
Dars, Chris, Matt, Renee, Jerome, Tyler, Naughty Two Slurps, Anthony, my bastard son's in there. And
Matt Walker, one of
Matt
our biggest.
says he's had a bad day, so I don't know what that's about, man, but I hope that your day gets better.
Sorry to hear that, Matt.
Been a rough day.
I had a rough day yesterday with snow and all that and stuff.
I know that the show is titled Defensive End Free Agency. You know what I'm saying? But big news is today. It's like the big news is no news. James Rapine came out with a thing saying that Bengals are expected to tag T like tomorrow. Duh. And for anybody that's worried about that, don't worry about that because this tag is different than the tag last year. This tag, I think that T knows this is part of the process of a long-term deal. I think T totally expects to get the tag tomorrow. And I think he's fine with it.
I mean, because you're thinking about it first, you see some fans going, oh my gosh, T, we all knew he was going to get tagged. Patriots fans, all the NFL experts out there. I mean, this is their face right now.
Yes, right.
And this is the Bengals. Well, duh.
Yeah, I think that they're going to tag T, and I think that they're going to probably not make they're not going to sign. I think that they're going to wait to sign T until after Chase, which I know Santori says it's going to be till August, and I understand why. It's a money thing, but I also think that they're probably going to want to sign their biggest off-season free agency signing in Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
before anybody else falls in line. So I can see that one going a little bit early, even though I understand the whole argument about not signing till August.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, man. I mean, like I say, okay, Chop. So if you were a betting man, what is your bet? Who gets signed first if you had to pick? T, Jamar, and Trey. Let's say we knew all three of them were getting signed, but who would you think is going to get signed first?
Chase.
Ooh, I was thinking Chase could be last.
He's the one that's going to cost the most. So you get him done, and he's going to get done. Chase can go in there and sit down and tell him exactly how he wants and what he wants, and that's what they're going to give him.
Yeah, if I had to guess, if I knew all three were going to get signed, I'm going to go T, Trey, and Chase. Who would your second one be and all that?
T.
All right, so there we go then.
And I base that on Joe Burrow because this is what Joe Burrow's been on the thing saying. I know that he's been saying stuff about Trey and Mike Gesicki too, but if you're asking Joe Burrow, his top two, I think he's picking his two biggest weapons is Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Why would he pick someone different? I don't understand that. I think that Joe would say, give me T and Jamar, and then let's look at what we're doing today here, looking at the defensive and free agents to bring in. I think that Trey would be third on the list.
So, Chop, do you want to lead it, or do you want me to start reading?
Go ahead. I saw that Dale sent us his notes.
Yeah.
So at least we won't fucking
tell So thanks, Dale. Dale here. Here are the notes we're doing. So we're talking about. So the topic today is edge. What we're going to do with edge. So let's take a look at our players under contract right now. Trey Hendrickson, 90.4 pass rush and 65.9 run defense. I think that's our only good defensive player right there. Miles Murphy, 56.6 pass rush and 48.6 run defense. I mean, we haven't seen enough of Miles. Hopefully we finally get to see more coming soon. Sam Hubbard, 47.6 pass rush and 6.7 run defense. Well, Chop, I think we know where that's going to go with Sam. I mean,
yeah, he's gonna be most likely. We expect that Sam's gonna be a cut, unless he'll come for like vet minimum or some shit like that.
Yeah. Like I say, I get it. He's the hometown hero. When he scored that big touchdown, I get it, man. We will forever remember Sam as a true Cincinnati local legend. Absolutely, it's just a business, man. It's just how it is.
The Hubbard yard dash. I know that everybody calls it the fumble in the jungle, but I always love the Hubbard yard dash.
Oh, I never really heard the Hubbard yard dash.
You never heard the Hubbard yard dash?
I never really heard that, but that one's really cool. I do like that.
Yeah, dude, I love the Hubbard yard dash.
All right, I know. Hey, T-shirt. Just kidding. And the last but not least, Dale's favorite player, one of Dale's secret favorite players for the Bengals, Cedric Johnson, 63.9 pass rush and 68.3 run defense. Am I crazy to say this? I'm actually more excited for Cedric Johnson than Miles Murphy.
Hold on a minute here. I've been neglecting the comments, and I saw Matt had put in here what happened. He lost his uncle, so sorry to hear about that, Matt. That's terrible.
Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yeah.
Was just sending our thoughts and prayers
to Matt. Sorry to hear that, man. That is tough.
Absolutely, buddy.
And he does say, though, in other news, get your tickets for the draft party. They are on sale. I know that's a little off topic, but Project Game Day tickets for our second annual draft event on the second night of the draft, April 25th, they are up for sale by Venmo or PayPal. You can go to Project Game Day, and Day is DEY, just like the Bengals do it, on all social media platforms, right?
Right.
Yeah. Facebook. Well, not all, but Facebook, Twitter,
Instagram, and Twitter.
So you can go on there and link up there, and tickets are $30. And I mean, it's at the Foaling Center this year.
Yes, it is. And Chop, you and I, well, no, you've never been Foaling, but you were out there with me with the Tatty event. It's a cool area out there in Norwood. Oh my God, it's awesome.
Yeah, I think they got a full bar.
Yes, they do.
They got a full bar. It's huge. There's Foaling. We're going to have open lanes for Foaling. There's huge TVs everywhere to watch the draft. It's going to be a good time. We're working on getting different food vendors out there.
Well, hopefully, we know what one's already committed. And a special sponsor of the show, Midwest Best Barbecue, will be the proud sponsor of this show.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
And you know what? I also encourage you to wear a Chop Shop shirt. Also, a proud sponsor.
Yeah, if you wear a Chop Shop shirt to the draft event, you get an extra free, extra. And
you reserve your and to buy a ticket. There's two ways you can do it. You can Venmo at Project Game Day, and when it's $30. And what you do is you write in your name and you put down, draft event.
Matt was one of the first ones that got his tickets.
Yeah, Matt, man.
Because they went on sale. So we appreciate that. And Syndustries, yes. If you are at the draft event, you will see as the players get drafted, I will say whether or not they're most likely on meth.
And also you can purchase it at PayPal at projectgameday@gmail.com. So those are the two ways you can purchase the tickets. Dude, it's going to be an awesome time, man. Last year was fun at Midwest Best, but this year, man, it's going to be awesome. And fouling, I've had the opportunity of doing fouling over the weekend. For those of you who don't know, fouling is like bowling. Instead of using a bowling ball, you're using a football to knock down
pins.
It's
bowling and football mixed together.
Absolutely.
You throw a football at bowling pins.
Absolutely. And it's awesome.
All right. That's Project Game Day. We got that out of the way. Appreciate the comment. Appreciate everybody comes and helps us celebrate. By the way, our mission with Project Game Day is sending individuals with disabilities to Bengals games and also military veterans. So good cause. We have a huge tailgate at Lot 1 where we usually supply free food, free garage beer, and stuff like that, at the tailgate. So,
yeah, like I say, it's going to be a fun time. Please mark your calendars down big time. This is definitely worth attending. Yeah.
So the other one that we have on contract, Greg, getting back into these DNs is Cedric Johnson.
Cedric Johnson.
He's got pretty good scores, man, for his limited play on a rookie year.
Well, before that, am I crazy to think I'm more excited for Cedric Johnson than Miles Murphy almost?
Well, I mean, let's see what he can do, right? I mean, I just don't think Miles Murphy's been given his big chance yet.
That too. See, that's
he's
the thing.
Gonna get it this year.
Well, because we got to forget he was out for the first 4 games, and I guess I don't know what happened. You know, a bunch of the young guys were not getting reps, and that was irritating all of us. So, and when he did get to come in, he did a great job. He did a good, decent job. So, let's see what happens. But like I say, do I think we could always add another pass rusher? Hey, if the best one of the best players available is one.
24 degrees here in the Natty, KP. He's got 19 out there, and I think the wind is different out there because it's a lot flatter.
It's cold outside, buddy. It's in the 20s. I don't know if it's 19. It's definitely going to be low in the teens. Excuse me, Chop. It's definitely going to be low in the teens tonight.
Bro, Chris says he'd love to come in from New Jersey. He's going to need drinking draft buddy for day 3. Don't worry. We'll fix it. We'll figure it out if you come in for the draft.
Dude, absolutely, buddy.
Hope you can make it, man.
Hope you can make it. So, Chop, should we dive into the free agents?
Yeah, let's take a look at some of these free agents. And if anybody has a free agent defensive end that they were thinking about, feel free to put it up in the comments, and I'll try to look over there every once in a while and see what's going on.
Okay, so here we go. We'll start out with Josh Sweat. 71.5 pass rush and 69.3 run defense. Age 27.8 years old. He's projected to get 3 years, $54 million. He had 8 sacks in 2024 with 43 career sacks. So obviously, I just can't see them paying him. So what's 54?
I know that's a lot of money.
It's a hell of a lot of money. So 3 and a.
I mean, did you see the report that came out earlier though? With one of these media places put out something that put up a thing about what free agents are on the Bengals radar, and there were some big names on there. There was that linebacker that we were talking about from San Francisco was on there.
Right.
The one that was injured.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah. But J.J. Watt's been popping up here in the chats right now. But look, guys, I just don't think it's going to happen. I know that a deal is a deal.
Come on. The dude hasn't played in a couple years.
No, Chop. Let's be realistic here. Say if he really did want to come back, I wouldn't be open to it. Would you?
I mean, I'm not signing him for a lot of money. No, he's been out of the game for 2 years. He has, just like Andrew Whitworth said it best, like when they were like, remember when the buzz was about Andrew Whitworth coming back?
Right.
And playing left tackle, and he was like, man, I haven't played football. He was like, I've lost all this weight and muscle and all this other stuff. I haven't been playing. So I think it's like the same.
Right, exactly.
He's just been out of it for too long.
Exactly. So, like Josh Sweat, I just think that's too big of a price right there. I mean, would I love to have him? Absolutely, but I just think it's out of our price range.
Yeah, KP, this is, and KP and Matt both, this is the linebacker I was talking about. And there was other big names on there too.
Yeah, Greenlow, we have not covered, did we cover linebackers yet, Chop?
Yeah, we did linebackers the other day.
Yeah, we talked about Greenlow. Yes, we talked about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, defensive ends is what we're mainly talking about.
Or maybe it was tackle. Was it tackle?
I'd have to go back and check. Let's move on to the next one. This one, Malcolm Porchep. Can you pronounce this? Malcolm Koonce.
Kuntz?
Let's go with that.
I guess Koonce, Kuntz.
Yeah. Torn ACL, forced him to miss all the 2024 season, so no PFF data. Age 26.6, projected to get 2 years, $37 million projection, 8 sacks in 2023 with 10 career sacks. So he's still young. He's coming off an ACL tear. So
that's kind of weird though.
That's going to cost some money, but 2 years, $37 million. Yipe.
That's a lot of money for a guy. It looks like did he only play the 1 year?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, here's the next one is a guy that I was pushing for this last offseason was Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, now his age is going to, 52.9 pass rush, 56.
That's no good. Well, he sucked this year. I don't want his ass.
Yeah, age 30.3, Chop. I mean, we guys try to stick to the 20.
And it's not even the age that bothers me. It's that 52.9 pass rush, 56.3 run defended.
Yeah, and
I don't want him this year.
And he's an edge. No, and I think the Bengals were interested a couple times in the past, and we just never came around. But he only had 1 sack in 2024. But then again, he's going through all that drama with the Jets, how he got traded from. I think he was butthurt. He got traded by the Eagles.
Right.
So I can understand that. And so, yeah, I don't know, man. So far, all these players I read off the list, I mean, the ones man, you got one guy that's hurt, two guy. So far, man, one guy that just sweats us way out of our price range, man, and even the Malcolm guy, man, that's going to be. I would not pay.
I
I would
mean,
never
Khalil
pay.
Mack was after that one, but
Now let's read. Now Khalil Mack, he's 33.9, 2 years, 45 million projection, 6 sacks in 2024, 107.5 career sacks. I don't know, Chop. Like I say, you want to try to stay young here, but Khalil Mack, man, last 10 years has been easily in the top 5, top 10, top 5, top 10.
I'm just hoping that, Greg, I'm always hoping that the Bengals management is evolving. So I'm just hoping that they are evolving right now and that they're actually going to go against how they normally do stuff. And like I said, that age number doesn't really bother me a whole lot. Right. How old is Khalil Mack?
Khalil Mack's 33. He is 33.
30. Yeah, he's 34.
30. Yeah, he's going to be 34 soon. Man.
I mean that's by the time that he would by the time he if he's 33.9 by the time the season starts, he's 34.
Yeah, man. I don't. So far, like so. Like let's take a little stop right here. Is there anybody off this list you're like, okay, I think this is reasonably easy? The DT Bengals DT list is great. I almost think now, man. Like you look at the draft, Chop. It's a good edge class too. Maybe we should consider looking at edge because like these guys that are available. Is there any
at 17? Yeah, definitely. We're looking at edge.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm just
Pass
saying
rush.
There's a good decent amount of free agent DTs, and it's a loaded free agent. It's a loaded DT draft. You could still sign a DT and draft a DT, but maybe we should have consider looking at edge in the draft first round. Just because what's available right here is anything really catching your eye so far?
No, I mean there's like a couple that their grades are above mid.
Right.
Like Uche.
Right.
Josh Uche, 68.7 pass rush, 70.2 run defense. Right. I think that's pretty decent. He's only 26 and a half years old. And his estimated projected salary this year is going to be 1 year for $4.5 million. So
yeah,
Josh Uche sounds like a good 1 year prove-it signing to me.
Well, the next guy on this list, Baron Browning. Now listen to this, 76.3 pass rush, 57% run defense, only 25. He's going to be 26 soon. 1 year, $6 million. Edge linebacker, 2 sacks in 2024, 11 career sacks. Dude, man, for that much money, I would consider looking at this guy right now. He's still young, maybe he's still developing.
Yeah, and a lot of people want Chase Young too, and Dale's also got stats on Chase Young. He'll be 26 years old by the time season
here's the thing
starts.
with Chase Young. So here's the thing with Chase Young. If it wasn't for the injuries, I'd say go. He would have our price range if it wasn't for the injuries. You know what, man? Remember, Chop. Remember out there was people that wanted Chase Young over Joe Burrow,
right?
Hey, we can make it happen.
I remember.
Chase Young, well, you can make it happen. You know what, man? I go back and forth. But, man, Chase Young, he's that big guy that fits the Bengals like. You know what, Chop? Do you roll the dice on someone like Chase Young?
I mean, on Chase Young, his pass rush is better than the entire team that we have now besides Trey Hendrickson. And his run defense, let's see, I'm just looking here. His run defense is second to last. It's just above Miles Murphy.
Yeah. Well, see,
so he could work on that, but we need some pass rush.
But here's the thing: 2 years, $35 million. I can't see him. I could see him.
I'm not sure he's worth $35 million for 2 years.
No, I think I think Chase Young is a 1 year prove it deal. I'm like, dude, I'd be saying to Chase Young, dude, I think you're very talented, but I'm like, dude, you got to give me a 1 year prove it deal, buddy, to show that you're worth it.
Well, he's also got Azeez Ujulari on here, and I thought a lot of people talked about that guy too. His pass rush is only 54.5.
Yeah.
And his run defense is 60.1. He's also going to be 25. He's 26, 24 and a half years old right now. And his projected salary is going to be 1 year for $5 million. He's edge / linebacker, 6 sacks last year, 22 career sacks.
Wait, Chuck, that's an LSU guy, right?
I don't know. Before I started watching, probably.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a guy to keep an eye on. Ojulari, what do you think, man? So Chase Young, you know what, man? I might jump on the Chase Young. I'm on the Chase Young train right now, man.
I mean, it'd be nice. They were teammates. Him and Joe were teammates back in school,
Right.
At Ohio State.
KP here says Chase Young isn't much better than Miles Murphy. Yeah, I get what you're saying, KP. I mean, Chase Young just had injury issues. I mean, there's no way in hell I could see a team giving him 2 years over $30 million.
The funny thing is, it would soften the blow from Sam Hubbard leaving for all the people that were like, "There's our guy, our Ohio State, Cincinnati guy."
Right.
Not that Chase Young's from Cincinnati, but he went to Ohio State. So replace one Ohio State defensive end with another Ohio State defensive end.
Now, the next guy on this list, I know the Eagles are stacked, but I just can't see Zach. Look, Zach Bond. I mean, look, we don't need to talk about him. He was a nomination for Defensive Player of the Year, totally redeemed himself. He's going to be commanding 3 years, $40 million. I mean, dude, obviously 74.2 pass rush, 79.4 run defense. I mean, duh, but I can't see.
I mean, if Pratt's gonna go, we need a linebacker, we need edge. Let's just go ahead and sign Zach Bond.
Kill two birds, one stone, right?
3 years, $40 million. I don't know what the math.
I mean, I wouldn't be against. Like I say, I just don't see that happening. So, who's the guy on your list you like so far out of all the players we read?
I'll tell you what, I do like that Zach Bond because I would like to see the Bengals go out and make a big splash of free agency and get some kind of good top tier guy instead of waiting until the dust settles and getting whatever's left.
Right, exactly.
I'm looking though. I mean, when you throw them, I can tell you guys I like, but when you throw the money in there, that kind of fucks it up.
Right, exactly. It's just
the money. To be honest, I would. What was the one that I said?
Uche? Deo, I think, is the one you liked.
I said Josh Uche too for 1 year, $4.5 million. That's not bad. 68.7 pass rush, 70.2 run defense.
Well, here, let's keep reading down the list till we get to him. Next one on the list. DeMarcus Lawrence, 53.9 pass rush, 62-point run defense. If this was 5 years ago, I'd say, hell yeah, absolutely. He's 32.2. He's going to be 33 when the season starts. 2 years, $15 million, 3 sacks last year, 61.5 career sacks. I don't know, man. Do we really want to go down this 30 years paying players in their 30s again in free agency?
I mean, I'm not against it. What's his fuck me. 53. Well, his pass rush is shit, and that's what we need to improve on. So I'm out on that guy. The pass rush is 53.9.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He needs to get his shit together if he wants to play with Joe Burrow.
Next one on the list is a little bit way higher. Dante Fowler, 65.9 pass rush, 50% run defense, 30.5 years old. One year, 5.5 edge linebacker, 10.5 sacks in 2024. And 55.5 career sacks. That's 10.5 sacks.
I mean, it sounds good, but come on, man. That dude, let's see. Sam Hubbard is 47.6 and 67.7.
Yeah. 1 year, 55.5. You know what, shop? Dante Fowler, I mean, for 1 year,
Man, the guy can't defend the run, though, man. He's dead in the middle of the pack, 50.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. And maybe just as his pass rush specialist.
And here in the North, we got Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb.
Yeah, okay. I hear you.
And Pittsburgh's always got a good run game. So I know that we need pass rush, but we also need people that can stop the goddamn run.
All right. Next one on the list, Chauncey Goldston. 60.7 pass rush, 57 run defense. Age 27, 2 years, 12.5 million projection. 5.5 sacks in 2024 with 9 career sacks. I don't know, man. What do you think?
Well, I think he's slightly better than fucking Dante Fowler. 2 years. I mean, it's a good price, though, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a
same price as Dante Fowler, honestly. Dante Fowler would be. He's
3 years younger than him, so you get 3 extra years. So I don't know.
No.
Nope. Next one on the list.
I'm out on the next one, too.
I mean, Chap, listen to this. 53.9 pass rush, 53.6 run defense, 32.4 years old, 1 year, 4.5. And Chop, in your type of words.
Yeah. Because, Judon went to Atlanta, right?
No. It was, he got traded from the Patriots to the Falcons. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And so then he had a shit year, man. 53.9 pass rush, 53.6 run defense.
Yeah, and he was on a damn good defense too. So
yeah, so I'm out on Matthew Judon, but his ex teammate Josh Uche, 68.7 pass rush, 70.2 run defense. This guy's an edge linebacker, 26 and a half years old, 1 year, $4.5 million, 2 sacks in 2024.
Well, now this is interesting right here, Chop. This may be catching my attention here.
Who's that? Josh Uche?
I mean, look at that. I mean, look, his scores are. I mean, compared to the others, it was in the 50s. This one's. I mean, 20. He's only 26 years old, man. I mean, this could be a Bengal right here. I mean, what? I mean, edge linebacker, 2 sacks, 20.5 career.
That's
sacks.
what I'm saying, man. And I know a couple Uches.
Yeah, you know what, Chop? Chop, man, I think you and I might be agreeing with this one right here. So, should we put this one on our secret Bengal list right here?
Yeah, put it on the secret Bengal list.
Only us know about it. We know about it.
Don't tell.
Nobody else knows.
Anybody in the Brew Crew, don't tell.
Don't tell.
Yeah, Josh Uche is our secret Bengal free agency.
That's our secret Bengal.
Defensive end.
When we sign Josh Uche, we'll be the ones responsible because the Bengals are watching. It's like, wow, Greg, we never thought about that.
Yeah. Well, look at this next one here. Derek Barnett.
Oh, wow.
68.5 pass rush, 72.6 run defense, 28 and a half years old, 1 year, $4.5 million. 5 sacks last year, this season, and 29 in his career.
The Bengals looked at him in the draft. We took Jonah Williams over him. Is he still is Barnett still with the Eagles?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
but I would take a flyer on Barnett too, man.
No, who do you like better, Barnett or Uche? Both very similar. Right?
Yeah. Now this next one, don't say the name. Let's just give these stats. All right.
All right.
58 pass rush, 57 dead even run defense. Guy's 25 years old. His projected salary is 1 year for $2.3 million. He did have 5 sacks this season and 9 career total sacks. Once again, are we in or out on this guy? 58 even pass rush, 57 run defense, 25 years old, 1 year for $2.3 million, 5 sacks last year. Would you be interested in that guy? I mean, $2.3 million is not a lot of money.
No, it's not. I mean, for the money wise, it's worth it. And Matt Walker here, look what look who he's guessing.
Well, we'll write his guess down.
Yeah.
And but is that somebody you would sign for $2.3 million?
You know what? He's still young. The scores aren't off the charts, but what the hell? Why not, right?
Yeah. Well, Matt's right. It is Joseph Osai.
Yeah, it's a Joseph Osai.
And I would not mind bringing him back as a backup.
Me neither.
But and you know, I to tell you the truth, I really can't say it's because he knows the system, because there's a whole new system about to be implemented.
Exactly.
So once again, I'm going to fall back on I'm okay with whatever Al Golden thinks needs to happen.
Yeah. And the last guy on our list, Dennis Gardeck, 68.2 pass rush, 68.8 run defense. 30 years old, 1 year, 2 years, $72.75 million projection. 3 sacks to 24, 17 career sacks.
This guy gets more pressure than Joseph Osai.
He does.
For a little tiny bit more money.
Yeah, you're
even
right,
though he's
Chop.
5 years older. I'm in a win now mode. So I say take the best now. And so if they were looking at Dennis Gardeck and seeing what they thought he could bring over Joseph Osai, I would be open to that.
Okay, so Chop, we read off everything that Dale put down the list. So looking back on this list, this is not in order. Here's who's making my list: Chase Young. I mean, I want to add Zach Bond, but it's just I just don't think that's realistic. I'm just doing realistically here. Let's go: Josh Uche, Derek Barnett, Chase Young. I guess I'll throw in. I can't throw in Dante Fowler. Those are my 3. I'll just say 3 guys: Chase Young, Uche, and Derek Barnett.
Man, I'm going to take my big splash, Khalil Mack.
Okay.
I'm going to take a big splash and say Khalil Mack with Trey Hendrickson.
I forgot about that.
Then we got our guys, man. That's fucking scary for anybody coming in. I'm going to take my 1 year deal guy. I'm going to take Josh Uche, And then
here's the impressive thing about Uche, and here's the thing: he plays for the Patriots, the worst defense in the league, so he had nobody around him. That's
right.
even more impressive.
And then I'm going, and if it ain't Josh Uche, then I would take this Derek Barnett, but I'm going to stick with Josh Uche.
Now, here's the thing.
And then if I'm going to sign someone just like mid-round that can help us out here, and then more than a couple year deal,
right?
Zach, I'll do Zach Bond, man, because 3 years, $40 million. Let me just
no, Chop. I want to agree with you on that.
I just like too bad of a deal.
I just think he's going to get more than that.
How much is it?
3 years, $40 million. Let me check just to make sure so I don't get held accountable.
That's $13 million a year. So for that kind of production where the guy scored almost an 80 on run defense and pass rush.
Yeah, but man, Chop, I could see
$13 million a year.
Chop,
I'm telling you though, when you cut, I thought when we cut Sam, that clears up $9 million in cap or something like that.
Well, okay, yeah, no, that's right. I'm just saying, man. But if there's going to be a bid. There's going to be a bidding war for him, man.
Well, I'm just saying, at the projected cost, I would take that guy.
Yeah, projected cost. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Like I said,
Josh Uche, those are my 3 picks.
And the thing with Derek Barnett is he was okay, but look at that loaded. He was on the Eagles, man. Look at that loaded Eagles defensive line right there.
Jolly Mole ain't wrong. We ain't gonna sign anybody worth mentioning.
Hey, let us dream, John.
Right. This is our dream show.
But you're right, John. But Chop, Derek Barnett, did he play good just because he was on a loaded defensive line?
This is Dale's list, Ryan. Take it up with Dale.
Take it up with Dale.
Take it up with Dale. This is Dale's list.
Me and Chop are just the messengers here. We're doing our best filling in. Dale would have way more info than we would and all that. But
I know Tyler's probably talking about with Joseph Osai, but I do think that this is not one of the guys that Mulligetta goes to the wall for because Joseph Osai's production hasn't been great.
Yeah, but I get what Tyler's saying and all that. He's going to try to squeeze every bit of cash out and all that. So, but yeah, no, you're right. You're right on that, Tyler. But yeah, I don't think. But it takes like just a couple of teams for that bidding to go up.
I would somewhat agree with Ryan here. I would also love to get 2 guards in free agency, but I mean, if I'm making a wish list, man, it's a wish list, so I'm making it fucking big. I'm gonna put 2 guards, a defensive end, a 3 tech. I'm gonna put them all on there.
Yeah, like I say, the topic is defensive ends today.
And
but you know what, man, I want to go back to Chase Young and all that. I'm feeling lucky with Chase Young, man. I mean, I said no to it first, but man, I just think he could totally rebound himself here, and him having a lot of respect for Joe Burrow and all that and stuff.
Matt Taylor says same thing. That's what I'm saying. Khalil Mack has made a lot of fucking money in the NFL, but you know what he hasn't got?
You know what, Chop?
Jewelry. He hasn't got the NFL jewelry.
But Chop, so I stated this too. It's like me wanting a veteran corner. Like you're saying, we're in a win now mode. You get these guys right now that want to come here, give you that win now mentality.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you at least call Khalil Mack's agent and you go, hey, we are a contender. Are you interested? Yay or nay? And if he says yay, then you start talking and you say, hey, what would it take? We are limited here, but we would love you guys to help us, and we will help you. And at the end of the year, we're all going to be flashing our fucking fancy ass jewelry from Spats.
Because he's got the money, Chop, but there's one thing Khalil Mack still does not have.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have that jewelry. So
you know what, Chop? You're kind of warming me up to Khalil Mack. You know what, man? As old as he is, because look at Dwight Freeney. He bounced around from team. He never won a Super Bowl, but he's going to give you. If you can give me someone like how Dwight Freeney did near the end of Dwight Freeney's career, he didn't get much playing time, but they put him in those big situations where they needed a big sack. That's what I would want out of Khalil Mack. I don't care if Khalil Mack can't give me 100%. If I can get Khalil Mack in for 30 or 40%, what he used to be, sign me up for that shit.
Right.
We're honest.
I mean, come on, dude. Everybody in Cincinnati instantly will get a boner if they were to sign Khalil Mack, because especially if they re-signed Trey, if they came out and said that they re-signed Trey to a bigger deal, they extended him, and they signed Khalil Mack, everybody's fucking boners would be so goddamn giant in fucking Cincinnati, it'd be unreal, except for people that don't have boners because they have vaginas, and then they would have like a really good tickling feeling inside their vagina.
Hey, you got to make a shirt called Mac Attack.
I would, if he comes.
Mac Attack.
Yeah.
Mac and Natty.
Yeah.
Let's hashtag this right now. Mac Natty.
Yeah. Khalil and Natty.
Khalil Natty. Which one's better?
Khalil Natty. Yeah.
Khalil Natty.
Hashtag Khalil Natty.
Better. Khalil Natty. Yes.
Hashtag Khalil Natty. Let's get him here.
Khalil Natty. Let's do that. I like that. That's very creative. We got to start hashtagging this, man. Let's hashtag Khalil Natty.
Jolly wasn't here at the beginning of the show. We did talk about T at the beginning of the show, Jolly, and our expert fucking professional opinion is that this was the part of the process the entire time that T was going to get the second tag and that they'll probably most likely work out a long-term, like 3 or 4 year deal. I don't think he plays on the tag this year. I talked to Santori. Santori thinks he plays on the tag this year. That was a few days ago. But I think that they tag him, and then I think they sign him to a deal. And the main reason I think that is because if they let him play on the tag this year, that is horrible for the locker room. That's not good for the locker room if they let that kid play on the look at this. Boom. Thank you, Robert.
Matt Natty, but we said, hey, either one works. I don't care.
I like it, man. Get the Mac to the Natty.
Mac to the Natty.
I just think it's going to be not good for the locker room if they don't sign T
Here's Foxy. I like this one. Cincy Mac. Man, I'm loving this right now, Chubb. I'm loving this.
That's right, man. It didn't work too good with Zeke, though, did it?
No, Zeke Natty didn't work out too well for me, man. But this is more creative. You thought of this, not me, technically. So we're off the hook. Huh?
Man, come on. Khalil Mack comes, bro.
Dude, I know. I hear. You know what, Chase Young? I know he's younger, but man, Khalil Mack, man, and I think we need a veteran presence because I know we have Trey Hendrickson, but give me that veteran. Give me another vet on. God dang, can you imagine on those crucial third down plays?
Yeah,
Mack on one side and Trey on the other side. All hell.
That's what I'm talking about with Walter Nolan in the middle.
Yes, Walter Nolan in the middle. Oh my God, dude. Chop, what are you trying to do to me here right now, buddy? What are you doing?
Give you a boner. I'm trying to give
you
a boner, Greg.
You're getting me too excited, Chop.
As we're getting to the end of the show, I wanted to give you a happy ending.
Well, you're giving me more than a happy ending, but you know what, man? I like this right now, Chop. I fucking love this.
I know.
But you know what? Yeah, so all right, so oh man. Khalil Mack and Trey Hendrickson. Oh my God.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
We got to think of a nickname. What would be a good nickname for Khalil Mack and Trey Hendrickson? You're creative with this stuff, man. Oh God.
Man, not on the spot. I have to sit and think about it.
Trey Mack. Nah.
Hendrickson's.
KT? Khalil?
I don't know, man.
We'll figure out something.
We'll have to get back to everybody on that.
Yeah, we'll have to get back. But dude, man, that'd be fucking awesome, man.
How about Alex Mack?
Wears a hat. That was an old TV show. Alex Mack. Yes.
Yeah.
That was an old TV show.
Well, that would work out good if Trey's name was Alex Hendrickson.
Right, exactly.
But that's on Trey's parents. I mean, I saw his dad on the TV one time, and it seemed like a good guy, but that's him dropping the ball.
Yeah, Mac and Tees. I like that right there. Mac and Tees. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
No, I ain't doing it, man. I ain't doing it. It's a Monday, bro. Sorry, Crypt. I'll say hi to you though, buddy.
Although, Greg, we can tease tomorrow. You got a show tomorrow, right?
Well, we got a special show tomorrow. Former Bengals OC Hugh Jackson will be joining us for the show. We'll get his take on Bengals, stuff going on in the NFL. Going to be a good show tomorrow at 6 p.m.
6 p.m., Greg and Hugh. Is anybody else going to be able to join you?
Possibly Derek, hopefully. Maybe
I
Dale.
know I'm a little dicey, and Dale's having testicle problems. Big Mac sauce in your mouth.
Oh, there you go.
There
you go. If he picks number 10, call him Mac.
Yeah.
All right.
Mac 10.
What's up, buddy? Yeah, what's up with you too, Chris?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but
what else is on the thing? Does anybody else have anything they want to talk about? I know It's only 40 minutes into the show. And we normally go, well, fuck, last time I was on here was 2.5 hours.
Yeah. It's huge action.
Oh, I know what we got to talk about. March 15th, we're going to be doing a live show at our sponsor, Midwest Best Barbecue.
Chop, what if they announce Khalil Mack signing right during the show?
They're probably going to wait for that. So if you want to be at Midwest Best Barbecue when they announce Khalil Mack has been signed to the Bengals off of free agency, then you probably want to show up there where they got delicious chicken wings. They have delicious brisket. They have delicious pulled pork. They have delicious mac and cheese. They have delicious green beans, baked beans, corn bread, onion rings. Now, I haven't tried those yet, but Greg, you did and said that they are also delicious.
And their onion ring sauce is awesome.
They got a case full of ice cream where they make you like, I just saw they put something on their social media about a brownie sundae that looks really good. And everybody up there, it's like, I'm telling you, like, this is the place that Chick-fil-A looks at and says, man, these guys are nice. Absolutely. Because if you think the people at Chick-fil-A are nice, wait till you go up to Midwest Best Barbecue. Because everybody's always like, man, I felt like when I went through Chick-fil-A, my cousin was talking to me because everybody is like, hey, how you doing, man? Here's some chicken nuggets for you, best friend. But Midwest, man, they take it up next notch. That's like walking into your family's place.
Exactly.
You know, they're really, 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 really good people. They got Tim and Nicole, the owners, and their families up there working. And then, you know, they got some workers up there, and their Tim's brother, Mark, is the manager up there. Really, really fucking good guy too. So
awesome. Oh, Mark's awesome. Anytime Tim and Nicole aren't there, Mark always gives you a big hug every time you see him. So awesome. Mark is.
Yeah. The whole crew up there, really, like there's a lady at work who's trying to get her daughter to work up there, and I'm just like, if your daughter gets a job there, keep that job until you get into your career later. Yeah. And by the way, she just landed working for like the two best people that I know that own a business.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, it looks like Tim and Nicole are confident we're getting Khalil back because think about this, mac and cheese.
There you go.
Tim and Nicole may know something on
that. Then I guess you can go up there. You might be able to go up and get you an order of Uno wings with some Khalil mac and cheese on the side.
And this guy, Marcos Tusausen, he says, I live in California. You guys make it sound so good. Gotta go there if I go to Cincinnati to watch again.
Marcos, when you get in town, DM me, and me and Greg will take you there.
Absolutely. We had fans coming from England. I was there one time. A guy came that watched the show, came in from Kansas City. Chop, I think you can vouch. Every guest we brought there came away 100% satisfied. I know a bunch of wing snobs that have gone there and say this is one of my favorite places to get chicken wings.
So good. So man, I had Wingstop the other day. I never had Wingstop, and there's one in Delhi now.
Oh yeah.
Blech. No, I threw half of it away.
Well, no. So I met our Cincy James there Saturday. And you know what, man? I haven't had it in a while. I tried the buffalo. I wanted to go for a wet wing, and I had the buffalo wings. Oh my gosh, man! Good old fashioned buffalo.
I know. I've never had Midwest Best Barbecue, just regular ass buffalo wings. I love the G-Funk.
Well, you know, I wanted to try something different. By the way, have you tried the boneless wings yet?
No, I'm not a huge fan of boneless. That's what I got from Wingstop, and that's probably what threw it off.
You get more flavor. You know what? I got to tell you what Cincy James did over the weekend. This is brilliant. So for the seasoning, like I said, for the boneless wings, the seasoning's at the bottom and all that.
We're taking you March 15th, Foxy, so show up, fucker.
Yeah. Well, show up. That's
what I said. Show up March 15th. You're invited.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and look at this. Tusausen, definitely going to have to buy some Chop Shop merch.
Yeah.
Get 0%. Absolutely, buddy.
Boom. Definitely. Make sure you wear that so you get your 0% off.
Right, exactly. This is what Cincy James did. He took some of the Grippo seasoning that was at the bottom, sprinkled it on the mac and cheese. Dude.
I got to tell you, though, man, I am not desecrating Nicole's mac and cheese like that. That woman has made up a perfect recipe. If she thought Grippo sprinkling should be in there, she'd have put Grippo sprinklings in there.
No, you're right. I'm just saying.
You know, Greg, I got a shrine in here built for Nicole's mac and cheese. In my bedroom, there is a shrine that I pray to every night before I go to bed.
I'm just saying it was good.
I pray to Nicole's mac and cheese before I go to bed every night.
Yeah.
And absolutely. So far, I've woke up every day that I've done that. every night that I went and prayed to Nicole's mac and cheese shrine, the next day I woke up. So there, if you want to live, go eat that goddamn mac and cheese.
Absolutely.
The Khalil mac and cheese, maybe. It might be coming to Cincinnati.
Khalil mac and cheese. Hey, Chop, if we get when we get Khalil Mack, I will spend the night at the airport and I will pick him up. Well, no, you and I will take Big Fancy down there. We'll go in shifts, man. It's a big airport, but we'll find where he's landing. We'll take him. We'll take him to sign his contract first. Then we'll immediately take him to Midwest Pass.
First of all, as soon as we find that out, we're going to go drive downtown. And we're going to go on top of the crew tower and get our dicks out and just stand there on top of the crew tower with our dicks out for everybody to see. Fuck that, because we're going to be so goddamn excited.
Absolutely, buddy.
Khalil mac and cheese.
Khalil mac and cheese. Let's hashtag that too. I like.
Yep.
Let's hashtag that. But yeah. Like I say, the defensive ends list and all that. Obviously, I think Chop, we can agree, guard and DT are first priority. I mean, but then again, if we lose Trey, if we can't work out a deal with Trey, the defensive end then really goes high up on that list, man. Maybe
if we don't work out a deal with Trey, then defensive end probably moves up to number 1. Where I got it at number 2 or 3. And I'm on the fence on offensive line and defensive. I want the D tackle first. I guess I would go edge second.
It's close, man.
Because the first thing I want is that pass rush. I want a tackle, and then I want, if not a tackle, edge. Like if you go, like I think a very good possibility of sitting there waiting for us when we pick is Kenneth Grant, Walter Nolan, Mike Green, and James Pierce. I think that's very realistic that those 4 players could be sitting there at pick 17.
I think Mike Green, I go back and forth. But I tell you what, I would not be mad if we got Kenneth Grant because, like as Dale said, he's not known as a pass rusher, but he can move the pocket back, and that is just as important.
Out of those 2, I would want Walter Nolan or James Pierce, and I think right now I'm leaning Walter Nolan over James Pierce because I want that 3 tech.
You know what, man? And Walter Nolan, I'll be on Team Nolan with you, Chop.
Ryan says interior offensive line is number 1, but like at pick 17, Ryan, or is it number 1 at 49? Because I think
no. And Chop, will we get mad if they took a? You never get mad for drafting someone to protect.
I'm not going to get mad, but I also think that if you're planning on drafting that high for a guard, you might as well just go at 49. There's still going to be a really good guard left in the second round.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, Ryan says free agency. I got you, buddy.
No.
I 100% agree with this. Like,
yes.
My number 1 off-season thing is probably the guard position, right?
And left. We did guards. We reviewed guards, and there's a ton of guards. Give me Kevin Zeitler for 1 year right now, or Dalton Reisner.
You just said the 2 that I want. I want Zeitler and Reisner in here for a 1-year deal, and then draft some guys like day 3 of the draft that you can come in and learn from these 2 guys and then see what happens, But Zeitler and Reisner or Risner, whatever the fuck you say his name,
right?
I think that those would be 2 big time. I mean, they'd be like 1-year deals, so that kind of shitty, but because it'd be nice to get some stability. But then, like I said, you draft guys in here in the 3rd day of the draft or the 2nd day, depending on what's there, and then run it and see what happens.
Yeah, I tell you what, and you know what, I personally think I'm not against your idea, Chop. I just think they're going to sign a guard and draft a guard. That's what I think is going to happen. Personally.
I think that they should sign 2 and draft.
I'm not against Chop. I'm not against that. Especially if it's Risner and Zeitler, I'm not against that. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Ryan's got some names for day 3: Luke Kendra and Marcus Ware.
All right, I'll have to read up on those guys.
Yep, and I'm sure that they're available in Dale's draft guide. And Dale's not here, but we'll promote his draft guide, and you can.
Yes, we will.
That also, it's a minimum $5 donation. Dale gets 0 cents from that. Otherwise, he'd be hiring somebody else to clean up his garage from the flood. But anyway. You can go to, once again, you can pay the same way you pay for your ticket to the Project Game Day draft event. You can go there and make a $5 donation and put in the comment that it's for the draft guide. Minimum $5 donation. You can donate as much as you want, but minimum $5 for the draft guide, $30 for the event. But make sure you write in the comments what you're paying for so that we can keep track of it. And the draft guide Dale has over 300. I want to say over 350 players scouted, and he updates it constantly, and he will email you the draft guide. And then when he makes an update, he will re-email you the draft guide updated. So you constantly get an updated draft guide. It's really good source. Dale had like 80 something players on his top 100 that got drafted in the top 100 last year. Dude knows his shit. Get the draft guide, check it out. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, and I tell you what, and when, like Chop said, when Dale updates it, it seems like every week or two he updates it. I mean, Dale is just on the ball with this. He just doesn't. It's not like any other draft guide. You buy it and that's all you see. He updates this literally every single week or two. He updates this. That's what's so great about Dale.
Sometimes it's more than once a week.
Look, man, I've read every magazine. I used to look forward to have every magazine off the shelf I would buy, draft guide. But, dude, Dale's now. I still buy some magazines, look up, another experts that I respect. But Dale, man, we got Dale.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, man, like over the course of knowing Dale for about 3 years, he's become my draft expert, to be honest. Like, I look at what all these other guys say, and then when it comes down to the draft, Dale's pretty spot on. I'm a little bit biased because I love Dale to death. He's one of my best friends, but I mean, he knows what the fuck he's doing when he's talking about the draft. The guy's already scouting players for
I don't know how
2026.
I give anything to have his knowledge. I mean, the knowledge he has, just looking at a player like it's just, I don't know how he does it. And kudos to Dale. He just, I just, if I could do 20% of what he does, that'd be awesome.
Hey, Kevin. What's up? So, yeah, the draft guide, like Industry says, it's like making one payment of $5.
Right.
That's cheap as shit. And then you just constantly, it's like your subscription's full. It's an annual $5 subscription because almost like soon as the draft is over, Dale's already working on the guide for next year. He's probably already got pages wrote out on some of the guys that he's scouting for 26.
Yeah, he probably does. But yeah, back to T. Higgins and all that stuff. Like I say, Chop, you and I were talking. If those of you came, I know we all who came in. We were talking about this. Obviously, a lot of people were excited. We knew this was going to happen. I just love seeing how all these experts are saying, "Oh, possible T scenarios. He's going to go to the Texans. Oh, the Patriots are ready to pay him." Well, good luck with that. You're fighting a losing battle right there, buddy. It's not going to happen. We knew this was going to happen. You do experts out there honestly think we were just going to let T walk just like that? Come on.
Maybe they were thinking about how we handled Jesse Bates, and they thought it was going to be the same way, but no.
Well, Joe
Burrow didn't come out, and at that time, Joe Burrow didn't have the clout that he does now either. But Joe Burrow didn't come out a bunch of times and say, "Yeah, they better sign Jesse."
Yeah, you never heard that. But when Burrow said, "Look, man," as I keep saying this, and I will say this, I don't care if I know anybody if I say this constantly. Whether you're for or against keeping T, just remember this: the team I'm on, keep Joe happy.
Yeah. Yep.
I just, like I said, I don't want to see another Carson. So what's his name? Colin Cowherd, who, oh boy, he's something. But you know what he said? I mean, he just gives his opinion. He says, "I will not be surprised if Joe Burrow asks for a trade." He would not do it anytime soon. But say if we don't get anything together within a year or two, if Joe came out and said that, Chop, I'm not trying to bring down. Could you blame Joe if he eventually said that?
If Joe Burrow did exactly what Carson Palmer did, I would not blame him. My opinion is a little different than when that happened with Carson Palmer. Now that I understand what was going on with Carson Palmer, if it happens with Joe, then that just means that our ownership just is never going to change.
You hope they learn from it. It looks like we have someone coming in here right now.
Who is it?
I heard a sound.
Who the hell is that?
Oh, look who it is.
I just want to say you guys are gay.
I just want to say fucking duh.
We love you too, Dale.
For you.
I see this pretty lamp in the background here.
That lamp is hot as fuck, dude.
So, Dale, how we doing today, buddy?
Well, not very good, Greg. Not very good.
When you turn on that lamp, do you get laid instantly?
The lamp's always on, and I never get laid. Maybe
son of a bitch.
So Dale, we read off all your notes, and me and Chop, man, we're on team. We want Khalil Mack, man. I think I like Chase Young. We like Uche. We like Derek Barnett, but Khalil Mack is the one that's really, we're in the win now mode. What, dude? Khalil Natty, buddy.
Well, I kind of hope we re-sign Joseph Osai. Just because I'm still a believer in Joseph Osai.
Man, his scores are horrible though, right?
Yeah, I mean, compared to a lot of the guys on this list. But I mean, that's like a lot of people wanted Ojulari, and if you look at his grades, they weren't very good either. It's
No.
just, but he's young, right? And he put up some sacks, which is the same thing Osai did, and you hope he's going to get better. So
Right.
it's kind of one of those things. I don't know, man. It's the list is interesting. The Malcolm Kuntz is kind of interesting with the one with the torn ACL, so he didn't play all year. But he had a really good season the year before with 8 sacks in 2023, and he's 26. So, but I'm not paying a guy like that almost $20 million a year. So
No, I mean, it was either, it just seemed like we couldn't, it was hard to find a level one. Either it was the age that drawn us away or it was the money that was drawing us away. Yeah.
Yeah. And Khalil Mack, it's like, okay, he's going to be 34 like very soon. So do you pay him 2 years, 45 with this projection?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
a lot of money.
Okay, so my deal with Khalil is that part of that deal is that this guy has made a fuck ton of money in the NFL already. But the one thing that money can't buy him is a fucking ring that he earned. So maybe, and this is also scary because guess what? We got another contender right here in the North, which is the Ravens, which I could see something totally fucked up like this happening, or the Chiefs.
Or the Steelers.
Well, because if Khalil Mack is hunting a ring, then he's going to want to go to somebody that's a contender. Bengals are a contender. So maybe, I don't think he's going to come here for vet minimum for sure, but maybe he gives up enough of a discount or a 1 year fucking prove it deal. You know what I mean? For 1 year for $10 million. Would you jump on that, Dale?
I mean, yeah, probably 1 year, $10 million. So he's taking a discount to come here.
Yeah.
And your risk is that you're pushing the chips in, because there's a lot of times there's guys I'd want us to, do that with for 1 year. It's like, oh, you could use another edge. You could use another guard.
Yeah.
You could use another whatever. Just make sure you get it, because Joe Burrow's window isn't going to last forever, and you don't want to waste him.
Marcos did just order some shirts. Marcos, I appreciate it. Marcos just ordered some shirts off of the Chop Shop and says he's going to get the draft guide too, Dale.
Well, hell yeah.
Well, Dale, so I keep going back and forth. Chase Young, if it wasn't for the injuries, I think Chase Young would be out of our price range. What do you think on Chase Young? Because that's who I go back and forth with still.
I don't like his 2 years, $35 million. It'd be another one you want to come here and rebuild your value, have a good season. Maybe we can work out something with a 1 year, $6 million, $8 million. Come play with Joe, because I'm pretty sure they're friends.
Yeah,
is what everybody says. So if they're good friends, hey, come here, help Joe out for a year. While you've got still Miles Murphy hopefully playing and developing more, and Trey's still here. So him as a rotational guy, but would be fine. But let's say you lose Trey, which none of us want, but let's say that happens, and then you bring in Chase Young he's going to be his replacement. That would be a terrible offseason.
That's what I'm saying. I did bring up that might cushion the blow of getting rid of an Ohio State guy, replacing him with an Ohio State guy. Even though both of them, their scores, I just think it's too much money for Chase. Like you said, he's going to have to come here and do a 1 year deal, so the pressure's on him to perform his best. It's a contract year.
Yeah, another guy on that list. Where did he go?
Josh Uche. I like him on that list.
Yeah, that one. Because he's 26 and 1 year, $4.5 million. Once he went to Kansas City, it seemed like he did nothing with Kansas City. But that's a guy hey, you want to come here, rebuild your value? We'll sign you on a cheap deal and go from there. He's probably one of my favorite value guys.
He was my favorite. He was my top favorite guy, and then I went for the guy from the Eagles,
Barnett.
Barnett.
Is he only good because he was on a great rotational defensive line?
He's been doing it for a long time though, and the Eagles have had some bad years, and stuff. And who was he with? Texas this year or something? Barnett.
I thought he was with did he leave the Eagles? Oh.
I can't remember. I know he's been on the Eagles, but I can't remember. He might have been with the Texans recently.
Hold on. Derek. I liked him coming out of the draft that year when we got Jonah Williams.
I see Deo on there, but his projected is 4 years, $66 million. He's 25, 3 sacks in 2024, 65 pass rush grade. I just don't know on that one, Ryan, because he's so, what's he really proven? 3 sacks. Even Trey was coming off 8, 9 sacks.
Yeah. Dale, you were right. Barnett was on the Texans this year.
But at the same point stands, Greg, because that was a loaded ass defense too.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Another one. Me and Porchop couldn't pronounce this dude's name correctly and all that.
I'm pretty sure I pronounced it exactly right.
Deo Odeyingbo or whatever.
No, the Kunza guy or whatever.
Oh, Malcolm Kuntz. I just
You're right, Chop.
Well, Koon spells Coon.
You're not allowed to say that, Chop.
I am in the way of saying that guy's last name.
Yeah. So Dale, he tore his ACL, so that's a little concerning. But he's still only 26 years old. 2 years, $35 million. It sounds like he'd be another 1 year prove it guy, though, right? Because of the ACL.
I'm okay with 1 year prove it guys, man.
I'm okay with that too.
They're going to come in and play fucking hard.
No, I just don't want to give him a 2 year deal. I want a 1 year prove it deal.
Man, I don't give a fuck. We got 53 1 year prove it guys if they go out there and get me a goddamn Lombardi.
But
we really need it. I mean, when you look at this free agency list, though, and to me, it's like you got to make Trey happy, number one.
Yes.
Like, why not just make Trey happy? Like,
get him in some help and show him that you're getting him help, like Khalil Mack.
Yeah, Khalil Mack and Walter Nolan.
If you tell Trey Hendrickson, like, we got Khalil Mack to line up opposite of you, Trey Hendrickson also will get a boner with the rest of Cincinnati.
And me and Chop are going to pick Khalil Mack up at the airport. We're going to take him to Cincinnati, sign his contract, then take him to Midwest. Because think about this. Mac and Cheese, already named after him at Midwest.
Mac and Cheese.
Khalil Mac and Cheese.
And before that, as soon as they make the announcement, Greg and I are going to go on top of the crew tower and just get our dicks out.
Absolutely.
In front of him?
No, because he'll just sign. He won't be here yet.
Okay. You're not going to do that.
We'll do that first. Then
I was going to say,
I have no reason to get my dick out in front of Khalil Mack. That guy probably got like a walrus cock.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a bad move. Like that's just that's
I got like a fucking chihuahua penis. Yeah, he's got a walrus cock.
It's not going to work out.
Now, number one on the list, Josh Sweat. I mean, obviously, I'd love to have him, but that's just not going to happen, right?
Yeah, and I didn't put these guys necessarily in any order.
Right.
I just kind of went through, so they weren't really in an order.
Okay.
And I just kind of added them here and there and been building that list at different times. But yeah, Sweat, I mean, he is projected to get one of the highest amounts, and I think he might be the highest one on the list of edge rushers per PFF. So 3 years, $54 million. I mean, he's almost 28, 8 sacks last year, 43 for his career. There's a lot to like with Josh Sweat, but I just don't see the Bengals making that move.
Yeah.
I say you pay Hendrickson, and Osai's contract, like, projections are crazy low. I think he probably gets more than that, but hey, all I can do is look at the projections.
Especially when you take in, I know that his production has been great, and Malagueta is good at getting his guys money that are at the top of their position, but I still think with Malagueta, he ain't going to do, what did it say, like 2.3 million or something like that?
Yeah, he's not going to settle for that.
No.
Yeah, I've seen different ones, and they're all pretty low. Like that. Yeah, this one was 1 year, 2.3 million. I'd love to have a 25-year-old back that had 5 sacks, his best year of his career. Because you hope that guy's ascending.
Yes.
It's Zach Bond. I mean, that's a dream right there, right?
Well, he's been kind of a linebacker. That's why I put like edge / linebacker on there, because he's more of a linebacker, but he can rush the passer. So
right, but is that just a dream right there, Zach Bond?
Yeah, I don't think he's necessarily gonna fit with what we want.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to.
Yeah, I do have hair. I just didn't have time to put a hat on. I took a hat off. I wasn't going to hop on here, but I brought my stuff inside. Mm-hmm. So my garage flooded, apparently. It didn't. I mean, I got a creek back here, and I didn't. Must have done it overnight a couple nights ago. I went down there, and it was just like mud like this thick on everywhere.
Oh, my God.
So I cleaned up because there was stuff knocked over. Like my lawnmower doesn't work anymore. I got a push mower that I use, like heater that's down there, that's broke. So everything that's down there is like broke. This was luckily like my computer was on the table at least.
Thank God.
So it's not broke.
Thank God
so I wanted to test to make sure it's not broke. Seems to be working right now. So
that's
one positive, but
it's
just the mud. It's like I was down there for like an hour, just
And you got to get it while it's wet, because if it dries up, it's gonna be a real bitch.
Some of it already has dried.
Fucking get your hose out and re-wet it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't even have a water hose that's close to down there, so I'm gonna have to take like a bucket with water and scrub. Like it's gonna be a complete pain in the ass. So
I would just sell the house.
Doing this.
I would just sell the fucking house. Fuck it, for sale. as is.
But it just sucks. It's a pain, and it's gonna be a pain.
Especially
in
you
the ass.
come home and you're like, go to your garage to do the show, and you open up the door and you're like,
Fuck me. Yeah.
oh,
we're sorry that
I'll bet
happened to
there
you,
was some
buddy.
curse words and some shit thrown.
No, just upset. But I just
We understand, buddy.
nothing
We're
you can
sorry
do.
to-
I didn't really get.
I
too
like
mad.
Greg's
I just-
comment to you though. As soon
more
as you said
sad.
how your garage is fucked and covered in mud, and Greg said, "So you making the show?"
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck you, Craig."
I'm sorry, no, Dale. I was not trying to. I
He
apologize.
knows.
Like
he
this is
knows.
me. I'm like, this is me telling you that I'm not doing the show
No,
right
No, I didn't
now,
understand. it
especially
from Dale.
right now. I
Hey,
get
but
down
hey,
here
and
I'm
here you are though.
No, I wasn't trying to be smart with you, man. I apologize about that, buddy.
Yeah, I actually do have a pressure washer. The problem is I'm gonna have to get a hose that will reach down there because the one I have is not.
Man,
So
I gotta
buy
go
like
to the
a
hardware store
long,
too, because
long
I gotta
ass
get
hose.
I gotta get a fucking heater, man. I was sitting in my chair last night and I'm like, God damn, it feels cold down here. And I'm like, man, if I sit still, I always feel cold. So I had to get up, go to the bathroom at one point. And I looked at my thermostat on my wall in my bedroom. It was 61. I was like, fuck me. My heater
Bill.
shit out on me.
Son Reddick, I mean, like his scores were horrible last year, but then again, it was
Football.
with that drama going on with the Jets.
Yeah, I don't even know how much he played. I'm guessing not very much because he was out and then.
Yeah,
got
well, they
traded.
only judge it on the plays that you do play. So the ones that he was in there sucked.
Oh my God.
He was not
Yeah.
good.
2 years, $25 million. I don't know, but that's another one. Like, you want to come here for 6 and try to
There you
rebuild your
go.
value? Like, I don't know.
Yes.
I always like that stuff. You can get a guy like that who's produced in their career, though, and you could get him for 1 year, 6 to 8 million, and you hope they completely ball it. But it's like you're coming in, rotational guy.
Yeah.
Foxy would love to come give you his hose. Yeah, that's right.
No, I'll get it figured out. It's just annoying. So I was down there, and then I had to clean my shoes because they were just coated in mud.
Hey,
and-
Jolly wants you to stream the
like,
mud.
I'm just
the
gonna take
mud
a break.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Jolly wants
Well,
you to stream-
that's actually one of the first things I thought is how we always talk about we'll go to the pit. If there's
That's
an
it.
argument amongst us friends, to the pit, and we'll go
That's
to the mud wrestling pit. And I'm like, well, now I just got one in my garage. So
Oh, by the way, Dale, shocking news today. Shocking news. We're tagging T. Higgins. Some fans are like, oh my gosh, we're keeping T. Dale, how shocking is this? Patriots thought they were going to sign him. And what is your take, Dale, on this shocking news?
Well, first of all, it hasn't happened yet.
right, it's tomorrow. Right, it's the first.
Right.
day
This
they
is
can-
speculation, but we've been speculating this news
Yeah.
since last year.
I mean, I think you have to tag him. I don't know what you can get for him. That's like there was a thing where it was like a 2nd round pick for the Commanders, which is obviously very late second, and which Chop, you would like that at least to go to your second favorite team.
Go to my second favorite team. I
But,
would love to watch him there.
But I was like, because we talked about getting a 3rd even, and if you could get a 2nd, like, and I'm 100% sign and make Joe happy. We're all on the same page with that, I think, right now. But
Yes.
if it's not going to work out that you can't get a long-term deal because, well, you're just cheap asses. I mean, that'd
Yeah.
be the reason if we're being honest. Then you at least a 2nd round pick would be better than a potential 3rd round comp pick the next year. That's always been my thought as far as why you would franchise him and work out a trade if you can't get the long-term deal. But you got to tag him so he doesn't hit the free agent market, and
Yeah.
it gives you more time to work out a deal. So, I mean, it just makes sense. It's the right thing to do from a team standpoint. I can't hate on the Bengals for doing this. It sucks for him personally.
I
that you
think
don't
that
get
he
to hit the
knows.
open market. But yeah, and I think hopefully, but that's the problem, right? We hear about the lack of communication. If
You're
there's
right.
actually been communication through this process, like there's supposed to be, hey, T, we're going to place the franchise tag on you, but we are 100% set on signing you long term. And if we
Yes.
can't, we're going to work with you to find you the best place for you. And so you still get paid in a trade.
God, please let them just
you
call
got to
him and
be
tell
like
him.
you got to be that upfront with him, because if you're not, then you're not.
Well,
doing it right.
and you have to be that upfront with the entire locker room, because I do think that his situation last year caused a little discord in the locker room.
Yeah, Chris said James Rapine also reported that water is wet.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have a long time, right? Because the tag is only a finite amount of time that you can place it. It's like it starts tomorrow, and is it like March 4th or something?
I don't know. I don't know when the last
But
day
it's soon, right? Because February is a short month too. So
yeah, but
maybe that
last
is
year
the-
they did it like
no, it's
right
very
away.
short.
Yeah, it's a day shorter this year than it was last year.
Yeah, because there's no Chop birthday.
That's right. I'll be 53 next month. but not this month. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But
So we'll see. I mean, I just hope that, they know what they're going to do either way. They're going to pay him or they're going to trade him. And that way, whatever they're going to do, they can move on to something else. What's that, Greg?
What's
Urine?
this? What is it?
No,
KP saying?
It's Jim Beam Honey Bourbon.
Oh, Greg breaking out the bourbon on a Monday. This guy, what a rebel.
I was plowing snow all day yesterday, buddy.
He's got a big old glass of it too, man. Greg's about to get fucked up. I guess that shirt is coming off, Robert.
Yeah.
And the nip's coming out.
The nips are
You know
coming
what?
out.
Dale, this is just for you, buddy.
Oh, I didn't even know it was my birthday.
Damn, he's got a few sips into it and you get the titties.
Yeah, it didn't take much at all.
God dang.
Imagine when that thing's gone, the pants will be. We better get off of here before
Oh my God.
Oh my God. This guy's a maniac.
Hey, I know that none of us on here really know contracts and stuff, but KP says the non-exclusive tag gives the Bengals two first. If he gets an offer from another team, they get 5 days to match it. So
I don't know enough about it. Because it just seems like those never happen for whatever reason. Those tags where you got to give up 2 first, and I don't know if it costs the team more to have to give him that than a regular tag. Because we know just the second tag alone is going to be around $26 million.
Right.
Maybe it's more if you do that.
It's 26.3
or
something like that.
Know.
I just heard him talking about it.
Yeah.
Robert, you're a leap year baby too, huh?
Oh, wow.
Look at that, man. They're everywhere. Mine was in 72. You're probably younger than me. So I'm old as fuck.
No, you're both still young because you're a leap year baby.
That's right. I've only had 13 birthdays.
Exactly.
And back when I was 4, when I was in my 4s, I was getting fucked up.
Dale, I don't know if this was discussed.
No, 5s. In my 5s, not my 4s. No, in my 4s too.
I got to bring this Ohio State question up, man. Matt Patricia, hey, they redid Chip Kelly's career. Do you think they're going to redo Matt Patricia's career?
Man, I don't know. We talked about it a little bit. I think maybe that was Friday or sometime. Okay. And I just said, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I mean, I guess that's the plan. Like I said, Nick Saban did that a lot with some guys.
Yes, he did.
But Ryan Day's only won 1 title compared to, I think, Saban had already won a few when he started doing it. But, hey, we'll see, right? I don't know enough about Matt Patricia to sit here and dog him. You hope that he has grown if players didn't like him. But it sounds like when they were winning with the Patriots, players liked him. When he's in Detroit and they were losing and he was the head coach, the players hated him.
Right.
So maybe if the Buckeyes are winning, they'll like him too.
Oh, Dale, Chip Kelly interviewed with the Bearcats and didn't get the job. I thought that was one of the dumbest hires the Buckeyes ever did. And look what, now he's the highest. He's making $6 million a year now for the Raiders. So you guys.
He's getting paid more than Zach Taylor.
Yeah, he's getting paid more than Zach Taylor.
I will say the good thing, it sounds like with the Buckeyes and Patricia, is like they kept pretty much the rest of the staff around him. So their cornerback coach, their safety coach, their linebacker coach, and assuming Larry Johnson doesn't retire, their D-line coach. That could still be, I don't know if he's decided fully or not because the man's 70-some years old. But if he decides, then he'll have basically the entire rest of the staff. So especially at college, you talk recruiting and things like that. So he'll have, his guys to recruit. And they said that Jim Knowles, the former D coordinator, didn't really recruit either. He just game planned. And it sounds like that if that's what Patricia has to do, those relationships with people that maybe he's not the best at, he won't have to do as much. But you still got to be a leader of the guys in your room and not be a complete dickhead.
He's going to be your offensive coordinator?
Defensive coordinator.
Defensive coordinator. Okay.
He was with the Patriots, but some people are like, well, when they won, was that Belichick? Was that him?
I think it was a combination. I think it was, if you're going to ask about our offense, if it's Zach Taylor or if it's Dan Pitcher. It's both.
Yeah. And he was an offensive coordinator for a year. The Patriots made him an offensive coordinator 1 year.
Daniels left, right, to go to the Broncos the first time.
Which is still the craziest thing,
Jeff's asking us on the show again. I have to go. I know at some point I got to go pick up Cameron.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
I'm literally in my living room and just
I gotta go pick up Cameron.
This is not my usual get up here with.
I mean, you can DM me a link and I'll see if I get some time. If I had time, I would love it.
Yeah, Miley's coming through laughing at me. I got all these animals around. I don't like this being in the house. I like being in my spot, my garage.
Exactly. I can't imagine going up to the living room and doing this instead of down here in the pork chop lair.
Yeah, and I could have tried to do it with the computer still working, but I didn't even want to be down there, to be honest. I was I was cleaned what I could, and it's just I'm sick.
You
of
don't
it.
want to look at it anymore. You want to get the
I
fuck
don't
out of
blame you,
there.
man. We understand, buddy.
It sucks.
Robert, the leap year baby, who just celebrated his 11th birthday last year, will be watching your show there, Jeffrey.
He don't get one this year. Him or Chop, neither one.
No, we don't get one for this year or the following 2.
Nope.
And then guess what, man? We're back in it. Yeah. Well, Robert will be. I might be dead by then. I don't know. I'm old. There you go.
Yeah, I can't rip heaters in here. I mean, I can. I just get in a lot of trouble. Can't do nothing fun in the house compared to the garage.
You can play. What's that game we play?
Oh, I could play Madden or NCAA.
No,
I could just
the
sit
game
there
that we
playing.
play on the phone.
Oh, Family Feud.
Family Feud.
We'll play Family Feud as a show one day.
That's right. We'll play
if
Family
I'm
Feud.
still in here. We'll just
As
put
a
on the
show.
Family Feud on the Xbox, fire it up, and I'll be like, all right, guys, did you hear that one? Or do I need to?
Hell yeah, we should be tax exempt. I mean, that's only 1/4, right? People, I mean, it's less than 1/4 people that were born on that day because it's only,
Right.
I don't even know, like it's math. I don't have an abacus here. How am I supposed to figure that shit out?
No doubt. All right, guys. I just wanted to pop in and see if
Well, I'm
everything's
glad you
still
did.
working more than
We were so
anything.
glad you came in, buddy.
So I appreciate you guys. You guys ending this one? I
Yep.
can
Yeah.
end it for you.
Oh, well,
All right,
go ahead, Dale.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Greg, we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how things are.
It's
at
up in the
house.
air who's going to be with Greg besides Hugh
Yeah.
Jackson.
Well, are you going to try to be on, Chop?
I'm going to try, but like tomorrow is Sarah's only day off and we had plans. So I'm seeing how that goes. Sometimes my plans turn into her sleeping.
But we'll be Hugh Jackson, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Figure something out, I reckon.
Yes, but
Absolutely.
we love you guys.
We love you.
So that's at what time? 6?
6 o'clock tomorrow.
6 o'clock tomorrow will be the next time we're back. So not long. You'll get to see Greg.
Not long.
At least Greg and Hugh Jackson. And maybe one of us.
Yeah,
Your
Hopefully,
chopper,
hopefully someone
Eric.
else too. Yes.
right.
Greg will be like, how do I start it? He'll be flipping out, man.
Yeah, it'll be like, Hugh, can you start it?
Yeah, you help me out here, buddy.
You ever started one of these things before, Hugh?
That actually is child labor, Robert. You're right. You and
It's
Chop,
what?
child labor. You're not old enough to even be working with
Yeah.
your leap year babies. All right, guys.
Big bonanza.
Who dat?